All right, let's see if that worked with this damn Godzilla problem. Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to Morning Chat, folks. This is New York Dan here. In case you don't know me, welcome to the channel. Yeah, welcome aboard, new subscribers. I see the numbers bumped up. Maybe the trip to Connecticut. Welcome aboard. I saw some of the cruise videos are getting more and more views too. Yeah, those videos are fun to watch. If you haven't seen them, go back and check them out. Just tap water right now, folks. I'm going to have me some Dunkin' iced coffee. That's what I'm going to have with my breakfast. Top of the morning to you, lads. Yeah, I saw this Japanese doctor on YouTube. He's supposed to be like 100 years old. And one of his advices, or what his recommendation was, don't just drink coffee right away. He's like, you got to hydrate when you wake up. You got to have some water. So, yeah, did you see the Connecticut trip? That was a lot of fun. I saw your comments about different things during the trip, and one of you said, hey, how do you get all that time off? How can you do these trips? Well, it might look like the trip was a lot longer than it was. I broke the video up into a few parts to make it easier to post, especially if I'm uploading from my phone on the road. But we actually did that over the weekend. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was like a weekend getaway from New York. It takes a couple hours to get across up into Connecticut. And then we went even further. We started going up I-91, goes up north. We were very close, probably. Some of the casinos, Mohegan Sun, they have in the Connecticut woods, and Foxwoods. They're both Indian tribe run or owned casinos. Yep. You were like, oh, New York Dan's probably playing at those casinos. That's probably what he's up to. No, guys, believe it or not, Leslie wouldn't let me. Maybe we'll do a trip there sometime. To be fair, it's not Leslie's fault. We had a birthday party to go to, one of Leslie's friends, and she picked up the hotel cost. Yeah, and this has been on the calendar back before I even went on the last cruise. This has been on the calendar a long time. She's like, we're going to take this trip up to see a friend of hers that moved up to Connecticut. She used to live on Long Island. That's how that all happened. And then she wanted me, she's like, you pick up the restaurants and stuff. And I'm like, fine. That sounds like a good deal. That pub, Donovan's, we were like, once we got done with Chucky's, we're like, well, let's just get a drink and like an appetizer, a snack. Yeah, we'll go into that pub, just pick up a quick snack. Little did I know, $90 later, I'd be walking out the door, folks. But they did give me a lot of food, more than I needed. I actually had part of the nachos that night, and then I had more of them for dinner the next night. And I have some I'm going to have tonight, and I still got more left for another dinner tomorrow. The reason is I'm doing it diet style. I'm trying to really watch what I eat, and I'm trying to lower down the weight. Yeah, it's bad news, guys. I got to keep, and nachos have a lot of calories. I think, and by the way, we're going to get to Sarasota Tim talk. Yeah, I got me notes right here, me lads. I got a whole bunch of notes here. Stuff to talk about here in today's morning chat. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk. But the bottom line is, with the diet, I think it's not necessarily about, like, there's all these things about, oh, you can't eat this, or you can't eat that, different foods. And I can understand how it works. Like carnivore, you're only eating meat. You're not tempting yourself with carbs. because yes, there's things that are carb based, like cake and cookies and things like that, where with sugar, where the problem is you could actually eat stuff like cookies and probably be okay if you only ate the right amount. But the whole thing is they're so delicious. Once you start eating them, you're going to overeat them. Yeah, it's very, very hard to just eat one. Like I like Oreo cookies. I usually only buy those if I'm doing boating because I'm getting a ton of exercise with the boat and stuff. I haven't bought Oreos or eaten those for like 6 months or maybe more than that. That combination of the sugar and the cookie, it's very hard to only eat one of those cookies, man. Yeah, that's the problem. So even with like the nachos, if you eat a very small amount, it's very hard to do though. Yeah, you got to like break the portion down and then put the rest away and don't touch it. Easier said than done. So I can see how the carnivore diet, you got a meat-based thing. You're going to eat just the right amount. It's not sugared up or anything, so you're not going to like be like overeating a ton of it. Unless you're cooking bratwurst like Sarasota Tim and you want something really delicious that you could overeat with the meat. Yeah. But you know what? Keep in mind, like, actually, you know who made this point? It was on one of Carl's videos, the Bohemian Bromad. Shout out to Carl. I had seen this back when, this was a while ago, months back. And Carl's like, carnivore diet. He's like, yeah. Do you know how long the caveman lived to? Back in the day, cavemen, their average lifespan was only in their 30s. Yeah, they didn't have to worry about heart, cardiovascular. They didn't live long anyway. They'd be eaten by a animal or die in some kind of a fight or hunting or something. Yeah, so that's something to definitely consider when you talk carnivore. The original carnivores did not live very long. It's not for longevity. So take it with a grain of salt. Take it for what it is. Take my glasses off so I can actually see my notes. Yeah. As you get older, just like in James Bond when they played that game, they had electrodes in it, and he's getting shocked, and the villain was like, "Oh, Mr. Bond, I forgot to tell you. As the stakes go up, so does the level of pain." It's just like as you age, as you get less runway in front of you, so does the challenge level. So goes the challenge level. It goes up. Yeah, it's really scary how it works. If the more you know, the scarier it becomes. Maybe it's better to be one of these people that uh, they didn't live long. Oh no, and they're just going like that. They don't have any of the challenge of dealing with all this stuff. As you get older, yeah, you need supplements. You got to watch everything. And I see how it works too. The slightest amount of extra weight you get, that throws your readings off. I'm lucky to get the readings that I had. Keep supplementing. Actually, here's a fish oil. I just found it on my table right now. I have the whole bottle here. They actually say take 2 of these every day. They're horse pills. These things are, if you see how big that pill is, man, swallow that thing, man. You could do it if you don't. I think it's some kind of like a silliness, like a reflex. Some people have trouble swallowing when you get the bigger pills. I just bite it. I'm gonna eat it right now. It tastes like sardines. I don't care. I like sardines. I'd rather have the taste of that than to have a problem where I have a bad reading or heart troubles. I'd rather feeling good is what it's all about. Health is wealth. I don't want to have the problems. I'm lucky at my age that I don't have, most days at least, I don't have any joint pains. I can do stuff and I don't have any aches or pains with my joints and whatnot, because some people that are much younger than me have had big serious problems. I have a classmate that had to have 2 knee replacements. Something happened just from aging. Yeah, it's no joke. I have to take all this stuff. Another supplement I'm taking, astaxanthin. This is a 12 milligram. You have to take 3 of these soft gels, but these are very tiny. I bite these anyway, but that's much smaller. And it's red too. So if it looks like there's blood in my mouth, that's what happened. It's from this astaxanthin. This is what gives flamingos their color. I'm not making this up. It's an algae from Iceland that grows in like the sea. Oh, it colors shrimp too. You know how shrimp get pinkish? Yeah. This is the best damn thing. It helps your eyesight. Lutein too for your eyes. I got to get back into this. I wasn't having the astaxanthin. I think the more of these things you take, the better. I also have biotin. I have this stuff out here. So when I have breakfast, I remember to take all this. All right. Let's keep this precise and to the point, baby. That's right. There's so much. I got so much junk to talk about. It's insane. I'm trying to stay healthy. Oh, here's another thing you could have. Super beets, or it's a beet extract. It's supposed to help promote energy and low blood pressure levels. I got one of these on online. This one's called Total Beets. I haven't even been having these. I should try that. Got to do all this stuff if you want to live a long time. It's craziness, guys. Okay, let's change the topic. Let's talk. Yeah. Let's talk about, we'll talk some more stuff. Oh, by the way, yeah, I said that you guys are crazy with the comments. I said I was having headaches or whatever at one point. That's when I got the physical. I think it's from stress, a lot of it. It's tricky business. That's why I'm taking all these supplements too. But one of you commented, you said, oh, you're having the sushi. Yeah, I like that sushi from my local market, Stop and Shop. Is that it? No, Shop Right. And Green Lawn Farms, the other market by Planet Fitness, they have a sushi chef as well now, and they put out these pre-made things. It's probably pretty healthy, except for the rice. That's carbs. Long story short, one of you commented, you're like, oh, you know what that could be? The headache, some of the sushi, it could have a parasite in it, and it eats into your brain. It gets in your brain. Huh. That takes the cake. Scaring me out off of eating the sushi. Jeez Louise. I haven't had that sushi in a while, and I still had some headache issues. I don't think it had anything to do with that. But here's the deal. Here's the problem. When you get that sushi, because it's all sushi means is with rice. That's what it means. It doesn't have to be seafood. It can have avocado. It can be, there's a California roll. It just has veggies in it. There's rolls that have smoked salmon. It's not necessarily all of it's raw. And there's ones with shrimp in them, shrimp tempura. I think the shrimp are cooked. So the deal is, here's the problem with the sushi. The soy sauce has a lot of salt, and the rice has a lot of carbs. So if I get that again, I'm only going to eat half of one of those small sushi plates, the platters that come from the store. I'm only going to eat one side of it. at a time and save the rest for another meal. Yeah, it's all about portions. That's what's going on. I think the deal is they have a lot of salt too with the soy, so you can't eat too much of that at once. So yeah, that was on my list here. I remember that comment. That was it. That was insane. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh yeah, I was gonna say with the supplements. I take a supplement. Oh, the faux tie powder and chlorophyll supplement to try to prevent gray hairs. Yeah, I got to keep up with that. I notice when I don't take that stuff, yeah, you start looking gray in the video. It's pretty bad. I got to keep up with that. The only kind of grays we want around here, they're called African grays. You know what those are? They're parrots. They're great birds. They're bigger than the parakeet. It's called an African gray. They can talk. Parakeets can talk too, but the African grays, they can really learn to talk. Those are the only grays we want. So, yeah, and I took some notes here, some health-related notes. I was watching Diary of a CEO. It's a strange channel. Some of it's clickbait, but they had on this guy today, and they were actually talking about, they said they did big studies, the people that got more sunlight, they actually lived longer and had lower mortality, believe it or not. And they said there wasn't even an increased rate of melanoma. That's the real deadly skin cancer. Yeah, they said the sunlight actually helps, or people do better if you get some sun. So in these dark climates, like up here in New York, if we get a sunny day, I'm going to go outside and try to get some sunlight. I put a hat over me or a towel to not like bake my face in the sun, but it's good for the vitamins, the vitamin D. I'm not saying get burned. I'm saying just get like 20 minutes of sunlight, something like that, because we don't get that in the wintertime. Forget it. So I thought that was really interesting. Diary of a CEO. It was on that channel. He interviewed a guy about all these studies. Oh, another comment you guys were talking about with the Chuck E. Cheese video. Jeez Louise, Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, that was fun. It was like being a kid going to that thing, but it was chaos in there. Yeah, you guys were saying to me something about, oh, that video, you're going down the drain with that. Well, let me tell you, if Sarasota Tim made that video with Chuck E. Cheese, if he was going there with his daughter or something, because she would pay the bill, if he was going to some kid's birthday party, one of his relatives, they probably wouldn't even invite him to come. He wouldn't be allowed to come. But if he did, it would be like that apple orchard video. He would make a damn hour-long video at Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, it would be insane. I can't believe, and it would get like 3,500 views. You believe that crap? I only made a 6-minute video there just to show you the fun. I kept it short and to the point. Yeah. That apple orchard stuff, that's like when the fawns jumped the shark. His channel, man, I don't even know how he does it. And unless he's impulse buying something, I noticed that most of his videos only get like around 1,000 views now, maybe 1,500. I mean, that's still good for the average Joe who's doing YouTube. I mean, it's some of these new channels I see, they come up on my feed where they made a fancy video, kind of like what Saraspta Tim does, and the viewage is insanely low. They only get like maybe like 25 views or 30 views on it. Yeah, it's very hard to get any viewage. There's millions of channels on YouTube. That's the thing. But yeah, I think my videos are more entertaining and I show more cool stuff any day of the week than Sarasota Tim. I really do. Honest. Not his stuff. The only reason he's getting views is from he got the algorithm to put up his social security vid, which has a lot of bad information in it. And just because he got the millions of views on that, that's how he got all the subscribers, which most of them don't even watch his channel. Only a fraction of them are active subscribers. But in Tim's defense, that's pretty much how the YouTube system works. I noticed the Fran Lab, you know that lady Fran Blanche, which I don't know. I don't know the personal details about her, by the way. Keep this in mind. But she does cool electronic stuff on the channel. But I noticed she has near 300,000 subscribers. So when she puts a video out, she gets between 2,000 to 3,500 views. Yeah, even though she has all those subscribers, that seems to be how it works, guys. You have to have many more subscribers than the actual. They won't. It doesn't mean every video you put out will get 300,000 views. No, it's very brutal how it works. Yeah, to have a channel, to make it, even to make it to this level, is a real amazing magic act to basically pull off, just being able to do it. And the only reason I can do it is because I have more free time than most people, since I'm doing stock trading, day trading as my job. And I'm not even doing that every day. I only do it when market conditions seem to be right. I have the flexibility to do this kind of stuff. Most people don't have time for this. That's the other problem. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone on board and hanging in there with the channel, and we're having a good time. We have a great comment section. It's fun. I'm very, very lucky to be able to even do this. Yep, I realize it. Sarasota pointed out how many millions of channels there are, and only a few of them get to this level to be real. So let's see. Yeah, I'm going through after that trip on the weekend. I thought I was doing good because I was eating a very small amount. I got to really limit these carbs. Leslie got Mickey D's fries and some nuggets, chicken nuggets, right? I had quite a few of those fries. We shared one container of fries, but just saying. And then I had the nuggets. And then when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, they had more of their nuggets, their chicken wings. And I did not eat much of the pizza. You saw how thin it was sliced. I only had maybe 3 of those little slices, the eighth slices. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. But then we went to Donovan's and I had that IPA beer, just one beer. I had a small portion of nachos. Oh, the cookie, that oatmeal raisin cookie was delicious. I thought I was doing good, guys, but let me tell you, we went swimming in the pool at that Marriott hotel. Very nice, Courtyard Marriott. Nice pool. It was heated, enclosed. You have to up here in the north. Guys, after I got out of that pool, they have all these mirrors in the hotel room. Yeah, wasn't good, guys. Had on my bathing suit. My bathing suit kind of droops down a little, so it kind of does this thing where your stomach, like, it makes the shape of your stomach look even worse than it is. But I probably have slimmed down since I got back from Connecticut. I went on like a fast almost because I caught up on my sleep today, and I slept a good part of the day, and I didn't eat anything. I eat very little today to try to whip myself back in shape. I weighed myself after the fast, so to speak, 205. 205. I got to drop 10 pounds. That just for starters. I think I need 10 pounds off. Being 6'0", 6 feet tall. Yeah. So yeah, when I got out of the pool and I see myself in those hotel mirrors, I was telling Leslie, I'm like, this is bad. My stomach's curving out like I'm Santa Claus. I don't know if it was from all those carbs, maybe the gluten, maybe it was making me bloated. I looked better in the morning when I got up in the morning, but I was like, this is a wake up call. No wonder why, if I have bad readings or problems, this is code red. I got to take the bull by the horns. Man, I'm like all ready to put a Santa Claus suit on for the Christmas season. I could work at the mall. If I don't take my supplements, I'll have the white beard too. Jeez Louise. Man. So I gotta work on it, guys. I gotta work on it. So yeah, oh yeah, I hope the Godzilla effect's not kicking in on this one. I'll see you after I post it. I shut off the image stabilization. I think that helps a little bit. And I got out my actual mics. I'm using the older mics I had, which I used on I brought these on the cruise and I used them for the live streaming, and they seem to work pretty good. I think the deal is you got to wear both, because the Android system or whatever, if I just wear one, it really only broadcasts that to one of the channels, and we got stereo. So I think the key is we need two. We'll see how this vid comes out. I noticed if I didn't use the mics, even if I'm close to the phone, you can't win. I notice if I'm too close to the phone when I'm walking around, you can hear me breathing. I got to watch that. I got to keep it just the right distance. Then doing this video, like if I sit back in my chair or whatever, the sound gets quieter as I go away, and then it gets louder when I'm near the phone. Hopefully this will work. Get a system going here. So yeah, a couple of things going on here. I got a whole bunch on Sarasota. Don't worry here. We're going to talk some of that too, but I thought you might be interested. By the way, we have new subscribers on that, like the cruise videos. I even saw a comment where one of you were saying, I don't understand the Sarasota part of your channel. They're like, we checked his channel. We're like, that channel's pretty boring. They're like, what's going on? Like, we found your channel from the cruise videos. Yeah. So we're doing more than just Sarasota on here. Definitely. We got to keep it a variety of stuff going on. Yeah, a matter of fact, the last video I did the other day during the week with Sarasota News, I put his name in the title. I think it was when he took the motorcycle ride with his friend with the yellow trike. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. The video actually got less views than some of my own videos get, where I don't even use his name in the title. Yeah. So go figure. I don't know. It might be washing up. We might be done with this. A guy that lives in an RV trailer, people forget. I don't know what's going on. So we're going to get to that. Don't worry. I'm keeping an eye on the time here. This is like the morning show. Wake it up, man. It's morning. Time to wake it up, man. So one of the things, the last thing I wanted to go over, which is a pretty big deal, it was on the world news at night last night, and it was also on Don's channel, Don's Family Vacations. He talks cruising, but Don did a terrible job at reporting this. Maybe he did it early when there wasn't any information available. Yeah, he left a lot of details out. He used it kind of as clickbait, and then when he got to the story, after talking about some product he was selling for like 15 minutes, he barely mentioned any details. Here's what happened on Carnival Cruise, which I go on, An 18-year-old girl passed away. Is there a bug on my neck? Or is it the fur from my mic? Huh. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like freaking out if something was crawling on me or something. There shouldn't be. You never know. Okay, this is what happened here, and this is bad. This is Michael Jackson bad. This girl was a senior in high school. She's from Titusville, Florida. Her name is Anna. She went on this cruise with her family, and the girl, she's in the prime of her life. She was going to be joining the military. She was looking into that. She was like an A-plus student. Goes on this dream vacation on Carnival. By the way, the ship was the Carnival Horizon. It sailed out of Miami, Florida. So something strange happened, and they're not reporting any of the details as to how the girl died or how she was found. But they said the FBI is on the case and they're investigating it. They're working with the cruise line and the sheriff's department. The girl's body, they're doing an autopsy on it at the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, their department. Yeah, pretty scary stuff, guys. Now, I'm speculating here, but I'm thinking if FBI's involved and autopsy on the body, I'm thinking maybe it's got to be something. Well, maybe not. I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with like having a violent death, like you were found like maybe on a deck where you fell off something, or you had some kind of physical injuries to your body. I'm just wondering, like, what for the FBI to get involved. If the girl if she was in her bed and she died in her sleep or her cabin, she wasn't feeling good, I would think they would definitely do an autopsy, but I don't know if they would have the FBI right on the case that fast. Very scary stuff. But I can tell you, being that I've gone on all those cruises and you see me filming right by the railings and stuff on the ship, yeah, you know what? I can understand if you haven't been on a cruise, you may get queasy watching some of that, or you may be worried about me. I can tell you right now, if you're there in person and you're by those railings, the railings go up. They go way, way up. They're like up here. Okay. They're not at a level where you could possibly fall. And I'm 6 feet tall. So, they go, I'm talking like, let me think. If I'm on the thing, when I was filming that thing by the bow of the ship too, it goes up even further. I think the railing I remember it hitting my stomach. The railing is way up here. It's like, you're not going to fall. There's no way you'd fall unless you climbed over the railing. And it's all steel. It's not like a railing like somebody's staircase, where it could be a little flimsy, a thin railing. No, no, no. This is solid steel. They have welded up. Like, it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. You could fly across the deck and slam into that railing, and the railing's not gonna break. It's bad. It's very strong, and it has a thick wooden railing along the top that's like, the wood is like attached to steel, and it's all welded together on every deck. You would have to do something very strange. You would have to do it on purpose if you fall off the deck on the cruise ship, or you fall to another deck. There's no way. They have railings everywhere, and they maintain all that stuff. The workers do a great job on those ships. They check all the rust, they weld stuff, they fix whatever needs fixing. Yeah. So This poor girl, I don't know what happened to her. I'm on the edge of my seat to find out more details. Like, they didn't say, was she found in her bed? Was she found on the deck? What the details were as to how she died. But 18 years old, come on, a high school senior. And they showed pictures of her too, and she was in good shape. She looked like she was in good physical shape too. It's not like she was someone that looked like they had a medical condition or um, a problem that could lead to their death. No, she looked fine. Very strange situation to happen on a cruise. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was a little afraid when I went on that long cruise, 13-day, 13-night. That thing scared me a bit, and that's why I went to the doctor and got a checkup done before I went. Yeah, I was getting scared about that. I was like, what if you have a medical problem? I also, by the way, guys, I highly recommend you get travel insurance. I'm not even being paid for this. uh, I'm just telling you this as a friend. Allianz, you can get, it's called One Trip Prime. I usually buy that. It's only like $58 or something. It may cost more if your cruise was more expensive. I get the cruise for free, so I don't insure the price of the cruise that much. I think $1,000 on the cruise I do. But regardless, if you go on a cruise, even a land-based vacation where you're flying somewhere, get the Allianz. Take it from me, it's worth it, because if something really bad did happen, they'll pay for you to they'll reimburse medical for treatment on the ship, or they'll pay for you to get back to land, back to a hospital or whatnot. The transportation can cost a fortune if you have to be transported. Yeah, you should always get that insurance when you do a cruise. I'm sure Sarasota Tim doesn't do that. They're too cheap to do that. I bet you they don't even get it. Yup. But yeah, we'll find out what happened to this poor girl. And thank God, when I went on the cruise, all this anxiety, I was worried about nothing. Once I was on the cruise, I felt better than I do when I'm at home. And they take care of you on the ship. All you have food, healthy food available. It's your choice what you eat. They have all the salad stuff at the buffet. They have healthy choices. You can drink water. They have plenty of water. They have machines everywhere with clean water for you to drink with ice. It's all up to you how healthy you want to make it or unhealthy. Yeah, and the ship they take care of you. It was nothing to worry about. They look out for your safety. They don't stay in ports that are dangerous at night. No, the ship will leave at like 4:30 in the afternoon before it gets dark. They don't stay overnight in places that could be dangerous. You do the cruise excursions, they also look out for you. It's safer, in my opinion, than a land-based vacation. You hear of people going to like Mexico for vacation and stuff happens. They're at a resort and they go off on a trail and they're found like dead. This has happened. Or the drinks have something in them. There's all kinds of strange things. You don't have to worry about that on the cruise. If you eat the food on board the ship and the drinks on the ship, it's all like the quality control is good. Everything's up to level. So I really don't know. I want to find out though about this girl, because that's just the cruise that I go on is Carnival. It's exactly what I do. So we'll see what's going on with that. All right, let's see. So much to talk about too, guys. I went to a we're gonna get to Sarasota Tim right now. I went to a birthday party and they had all these cats. This lady's birthday, it's Leslie's relative. They're like, take a cat with you. Take one of the cats. Yeah, it was a cat themed birthday. That's where we had the cake from baguette. Yeah, Paris baguette. Really good. That, and I shouldn't even be eating that. I just had a wee bit. So let's see. My Sarasota Tim notes. Hands on the wheel. Oh, yeah. He was driving. He put out a couple of videos. One of them when he went to the dermatologist. I watched that earlier today. Or yesterday, I should say. Earlier yesterday. And he had to have a few more things cut out. Yeah, that's because he never uses sunblock, or he stays in the sun way too long. He has like leather skin. I think the whole thing is that guy on Diary of a CEO, you have to have just the right amount of time in the sun. Not be, doesn't mean be in it all the time like Tim. So anyway, long story short, they did some freezing and cutting. He's going back in January for a full body exam for the skin cancers. He's just lucky they weren't melanomas. The other type, I think, squamous cell, they are easier to treat or less serious. Okay, so when he's driving out from the dermatologist in his pickup truck, you will not believe this. He leaves his hands off the wheel for a good amount of time, showing us a gun in a holster. And he's showing how this holster's stitched just right with the leather. And he's bragging about this while he's driving down the road in traffic. I couldn't believe it. As his truck's going down the road, you see it in the back. I'm like, what is this thing, a self-driving truck? That's crazy. Like, do that when you're at a light or something, when you're at a stoplight. And I know people get on me when I film, when I do in my car and I'm filming. They're like busting on me about that. And I have the damn thing. I either have the camera mounted, the camera glasses, or I have my phone in the holder. I'm not even touching it. Jeez Louise. So the big thing, the big video which got the most views is when Tim did this clickbait about the $2,000 stimulus, which none of this has been finalized. None of this is fact. Okay, this is just kind of like hearsay from Trump. Yeah, he got all hopped up on coffee. He was drinking all this coffee. He put 4 scoops of Mickey D's coffee in his machine. Probably real strong brew. He says he gets up at 4 a.m. every day. He wakes up naturally at 4 a.m. because, of course, he's drinking all that damn coffee. That caffeine stays in your system overnight. Yeah, he got into this rant. He showed a clip of Trump's Truth Social. He read about the stimulus idea where they're going to give a $2,000 stimulus. It said only for people that make below a certain amount of money. They haven't explained the details yet. And I heard Trump say something about this might help. Instead of a healthcare subsidy, they might give you some money to help pay for your health insurance if you make a low amount of money. So I got news for Tim. If you're collecting Medicare, you're at the age he's collecting it now, the Medicare plan. He's getting paid by the government, his health insurance. You might not get jack. No, that stimulus, that is a health care stimulus. I heard Trump talking about it. It's not just a general stimulus. It's a health care stimulus. If you're getting free health insurance from the government, they are not going to give you that money. So Tim's going, he's way above, this is way above Tim's pay grade at this point. He started going off on a rant. Oh, he was talking about gold. He was talking about inflation. This is insane. He was going all over the place with this. He says that there is massive inflation, or it's coming. Meanwhile, he also, at the same time, he says the price of real estate, everything's going to crash. Well, you can't have it both ways. If there's a massive inflation, that means the real estate's going to go up in value with that inflation. He never learned this part. He never learned this in high school. This is Tim math. And he admitted, he said he was a bad student in math. He didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, you can't have it both ways. And then he said gold is good, but gold simply moves up and down with inflation. If the gold's going up in value, so is the real estate. It's as simple as that, guys. And I'll tell you what, I don't like gold as an investment. Every old cowboy and like guys that don't know about like financial, they don't know about economics, they don't know how things work, they love gold. It's not a good investment, guys. I'm going to tell you what the deal is. Gold only moves with inflation. That's all it does. So if you have $100 today and you want to still have that $100 bill 30 years from now, you can buy gold. But it's not like it's going to be worth anything more than what the level of inflation is at. And that's all gold's basically done. Back in the 1970s, you could buy a brand new car for like $6,000. So if you had $6,000 worth of gold back then, nowadays to get a brand new car, you need like $35,000 or something like that. So the $6,000 worth of gold back then would be worth $35,000 today. So it's just an inflation carrier. But here's the problem. You're paying some schmuck a commission when you buy the damn gold. And then when you want to turn it back into money, you got to pay another schmuck the commission. When you sell the damn gold, they're getting you both ways, guys. Yeah. And then this is what I'd be really damn afraid of. If I put a sizable amount of money into gold, say you put $100,000, you had like a gold bar or whatever. You buy that thing and you keep it for like 20 years or whatever. And then you're all excited. You want to cash it in. You bring that same bar to a buyer, a gold buyer. What if the guy checks it? You know, they check the thing. They have all kinds of checks. What if he finds out it's been doctored up and it's not really pure gold, or there's something in the middle of it that is not gold? You might find out you were duped, and you wait that long. Man, if I did buy gold, what I would do is like the next day I would take it to another gold place and ask about selling it and see what they come up with. See if they check it over, see what they do, what they offer me for it. You just don't know. If you could easily be double crossed if you're actually buying real gold. It's a bad it's not an investment, guys. And you say, oh, it goes up in value. Guess what? All the gold, it's not going to run out. All the gold, people make jewelry with it and stuff. I hate to say this, but when people are, from years ago that have passed away, their relatives, a lot of them sell the jewelry. It gets melted down and recycled. The gold gets reused. Gold in like electronics and circuits and stuff, that's the same thing with that. They just recycle it. It's not really going anywhere. Nobody throws out gold. And it's constantly being mined. They constantly find more and more of it. They have better technology to mine it. You never know. They might find that gold naturally is being formed in the earth, like way down deep in the earth, and they'll find a way to find a plentiful supply of it, and it will. The next thing you know, we cost as much as like steel or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Tim's going on with this ridiculous rant. Oh, he reminded me. Have you guys watched Sanford and Son from the 70s? Yeah, you know Red Fox, Fred Sanford. Tim was reminding me exactly of Fred Sanford. How he was talking about this. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to tell you what they do. They raise the price up Then the economy, all this inflation, I'll tell you, your money won't be worth anything. Then it's going to go down. He's sounding exactly like Fred Sanford. I was cracking up. So, oh, and I'm telling you, it's not much stuff. I didn't miss much at all being in Connecticut. Sarasota stuff, man. I don't even know how these things get views. I really don't, a lot of them. He did a short video clip on his iPhone 17, and he said the problem was the gripe he had with the phone. He said it's too damn big for his hand, and his hand is tiny. He can't grab the damn phone, having problems holding it. Too big. The battery is bigger in the Pro Max 17. He said just get the regular 17 if you want a smaller phone with less battery power. If you don't need all that battery power, if you're not a YouTuber or a content creator. Yeah, when you do a lot of filming, the camera uses a lot of power. My phone has a lot of battery capacity. It seems to work pretty damn good, the Sony. Yeah, I don't even carry a charger or a spare battery for the whole day. It works fine. But you know what I did with Sony? They had a real ingenious idea. They made the phone longer and narrower, so it's much easier to hold in your hand, and then the camera can be up higher. Yeah, it's one of the only phones in that shape. But I don't even think they're making it anymore. It's called the Pro I or Pro 1 Sony Xperia. That's what I have. And I also have a Motorola phone that I use sometimes, and I have Leslie's Apple phone. It's like an iPhone 13 or 14. I use that sometimes for filming too. I have some backups, but the Apple phone, I feel like the whole system, this is crazy, but I feel almost like I'm using something in a different language. I need a translator or something. It's very, to me, the Android system, I'm so used to it. And what I like is I can hook it up to my notebook computer. Actually, I got it right here. Yeah, I can hook it up to this. This is a Windows 11. And I can transfer files back and forth. And then I can edit videos right on here. I don't like to overpay for stuff. This computer I got on clearance at Best Buy, or it was used. It was like the floor model. I think I paid like $600 or something for the computer. I don't want to pay that. If you pay thousands of dollars, you'll be crying. What if I want to bring that to Starbucks or something? What if I want to, I don't want to have like a computer worth thousands of dollars and have to worry. So anyway, that phone, yeah, he bit the bullet. He's on the payment plan. He's committed to T-Mobile now. And I'm going to tell you the truth. His videos don't look any better. He's already posting from his new phone. He said he's filming with them. They don't look any better than the videos he made with his last phone. Doesn't sound better. It doesn't look better. It's the same old thing. I don't know. He had that new phone buying fever. Yeah. That's what happened right there, guys. And I'm telling you, I'm like stretching to even get anything entertaining to talk about off Tim's channel. That's how bad it is. One of my relatives, they used to have a car dealership. Years ago, this is when like cars were first coming out almost. Anyway, later on, this is probably in like the 50s or 60s or something. When the new models came out, this is one of my uncles. He was saying, he did like his memoir, and he said there was a guy that came in to the showroom, and he was always like, I got the new car buying fever. I want to get into this car. I want to get me this thing. He loved the new car, whatever that came out. And my uncle was like, they tried everything they could, and they're like, his credit just was no damn good. They couldn't make it happen. Maybe in the 70s this happened with credit or with financing. I don't know if people financed back in the 60s or 50s. But yeah, that's Sarasota Tim. He's always got the new car buying fever, the new phone buying fever, the new motorcycle buying fever, even the new trailer buying fever. By the way, if you haven't seen it, this is insane. Last night I was on my computer and I saw a guy selling one of those Flagstaff trailers. It was in Florida, West Palm Beach. Same thing that Tim's got. Check it out. It's a short video on my channel, a short. I filmed the Facebook Marketplace, and the guy even put a video of the trailer he filmed going through it. And I put that up on the channel. This trailer, the guy, I forgot to say this when I made that video. It said $13,900 OBO or best offer. You believe that? 2024 Flagstaff. Yeah. Once those trailers are used, you almost have to have like a fire sale to get rid of it. 2024 Flagstaff. That's a good deal, guys. If I lived in Florida, if any of you are in the area, you want to get one of those trailers, check it out. It's right on Facebook Marketplace. Check my short video out. You'll see what I'm talking. That's a good deal. If the thing, you want to use it like Tim and just live in it. Man. Depreciation. I said the MSRP was in the 50s. Over $50,000 for that trailer. And here it is. We're in 2025. You know, the thing's like within probably 1 or 2 years since it was manufactured. Unbelievable. Okay. Yup. Oh, two last thing. I'm like Columbo. One more thing. I'm going to wrap this up. I see it's getting this one's getting a bit long. I don't even realize how fast the time's going by. Yeah, I'm going to try this thing. I just was going through my closet, cleaning stuff up this evening. Or last night, I should say. It's already, what is today? Tuesday. Top of the morning to you on a Tuesday. I found this thing. I had ordered it online for hair. It's made in China. It's a minoxidil biotin hair growth serum. And it's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's got what it said on here. I was just reading it. Or the little notes for it. That's what it was. It has vitamins in here. Some B vitamin. It's got what the heck did it say? Yeah, squalene. That's like from snails. Vitamin E, rosemary leaf oil, ginger root oil, Poria cocos extract, ginseng, bunch of stuff. Plus minoxidil. I'm going to try this crap. I bought it a while ago. I think I got it on Amazon. It wasn't that much. It's kind of scary, but I'm going to try it. Let's see if I can make it happen. I want to have hair that's so thick, it's like a cat's fur. That's what I want. A cat fur head. Yeah. If you have hair that thick, you could get like a crew cut and still look good. You have fur like a cat. We are going to try this. And you know what? Minoxidil, they said, if anything, it lowers your blood pressure. That's great. The only bad side effect, it said it can make unwanted body hair grow more. Let's hope not. And the deal is, this is topical. I'm not going to eat this. Make no mistake. This is not something you eat. You put it on the skin, so it's different. They have some minoxidil treatments that you take orally, and that's serious. That's like a prescription or something. I want to get involved in that. Originally, that was for it was for blood pressure, I believe. Why not do it topically? See what happens. Maybe I can get even more hair going, keep in the game longer, have thick hair. That's one thing Sarasota Tim's got. He may not have plenty of money, but he's got plenty of hair. And that's hard to get. Yeah. If he dyed his hair a dark color, he could and got rid of the damn white beard or whatever. That white stuff's no good, man. That's not going to help you get. You're not going to get the ladies having that white stuff. You got to get your look updated. Keep up with that. Yeah. He probably could become a player if he has to lose a lot of weight, get rid of the white beard, and dye his hair like dark. That's probably it. And get some skin treatments, maybe some moisturizers, and work on it. Yeah. I don't know. By the way, when I was on the cruise, I was looking at Hugo Boss and I was like, this stuff's too expensive. I don't want to buy this damn bottle. It was something like this. It may not have been the exact cologne. I could not believe it. When I was looking in my closet on the shelf, this was buried. I bought this like last year. I've never used it because I did read it said your hair could shed at first. And I was like, oh, damn. It could fall out to start with. I've been a little scared. We'll see. But this thing was on the shelf. I must have bought this on another cruise. It's never been opened. It says travel exclusive. I probably bought it at one of the cruise ports. And I vaguely remember that I only paid maybe like $40 for it. And remember in those stores in what island was that? Barbados, I think. They wanted $120 or something for the same size bottle. It was the same package, it looked like. It didn't say travel exclusive, though. It was another. This says dark blue. Yeah. It was something like that. Intense or something. It's in my Barbados video from a few weeks ago. Yeah, so I actually found it. I already had it. Hugo. I like the Calvin Klein, though, the Obsession. That's one of my favorites. I really like that. It's got a nice, strong smell to it. I like that. Yeah, I also like Drakkar Noir. That has a really good, that's an intense smell, too. That's another good one. There's so many good colognes. It's hard to decide. So many flavors. All right, guys. Hey, I hope everyone has a great morning or a great day, great night, depending on when you watch this. Yeah, this one's we went on for a while today, but this is good. It's like a morning show. Yeah. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon, and we'll keep an eye on Sarasota and see if he can come up with any better content now that he's got that fancy phone. Do something with it, right? Yeah. Hit the thumbs up. This is your friend, New York Dan. Yeah, be sure to hit the thumbs up. I forgot to even mention that earlier. I can't believe I was able to talk this long on this video. I thought I only had a few things to talk about, and I was going to show you that cat. Unbelievable. We had more to talk about than we realized. All right, guys. Yeah, it's been a fun video. I hope a good way to start your day. Yep. I will see you soon. This is New York Dan, over and out.